Hey guys, LaMonster here at LaMonster Garage, and we're going to show you how to install our highway brackets on this is actually an ST, but they work on the GS and the RS. I first designed these for my GS back in 2008, and we sold lots and lots and lots of them. So we wanted to do an updated video and an install procedure for you, kind of walk you through it. First thing you're going to want to do, obviously, for access, you want to go ahead and pull your access panel. On the left side, you have these quick tabs. On the right side, you'll have to unscrew it actually to pop it off. But you need to expose this area. Let me show you what you get in the kit first. So I'm just showing you one side right now, but there'll be pictures on the website for everything else you get in the kit. But basically, here's your highway bracket. These are your mounting bolts that drop down through the frame into the bracket. Get two of those, two for each side. These are your brackets for your link. Where's my link? I forgot my link, but I'll get that in a minute here. And then here's your peg bolts, and here's your beauty caps. So pretty simple installation, but let me go ahead and walk you through it. Let me grab a link while I'm thinking about it. These are our 4-inch adjustable links. If you're long-legged, you can stick them out farther. If you're short-legged, you can rotate it to them. The reason you know you got a right or a left, so this is the left side. When it bolts up, this always wants to be pointing towards the bike, towards the rider. That way you know you got the right side. So, all right, so we're gonna speed things up a little bit here. This is exposed. We actually got one bolt for this splash pan that we got to get to. So we have to pull this screw out here, and you're gonna have basically the same thing on the other side. So we'll pull that out, and then that gives you access right here to a bolt that's holding the splash pan. We're going to go ahead and just disassemble that. And then there's two push pins on the frame. We've already pulled those out, so speed this up a little bit. But the whole pan will pull out now, and I'll show you. Basically. All right. So this is your left side pan, and this is your right side pan. Now these were added by BRP for noise abatement. Yes, they offer some protection, but they're basically a splash pan, and they're help to keep noise out. One thing they do keep in is the heat. So I always recommend, if you're going through this, just leave them off. If you want to put them back on, you got to do a couple of little things. When you pull it off, you'll notice there's a hole here and a hole here. You'll have the same holes on the other side. You just need to make them bigger so we can drop a 3/8 bolt through it. So now this panel's already done. We ran a tapered bit through it, made it bigger. For the purpose of the video, we are not going to put this back on. The owner doesn't want them back on. She wants the heat to have another place to go besides in the engine compartment. So we'll just put that in our splash pan pile. So next thing you got is these two bolts. These are the first things you're going to want. Now these bolts got a little tab welded on them, and they're going to drop into the frame area. I don't know if can you get a video in here? There's a hole there. It's pretty hard to see, but this is basically just going to drop down just like that. And that locks in. You don't need a wrench on the top. You got the same thing over here in the front. This will drop in. And, well, before I do that, let me show you something. This is something that you can do. You don't have to do it. I recommend it. Take your little silicone ATV, put a little dab on each side. The reason is, once you install this, let me get a rag here and clean this up a little bit. Hang on a second, folks. once you install this, if you ever go to remove this again, like doing oil changes and all that, makes it super simple, because that way when you go to bolt your bracket on, this will not push up. It will actually stay to the frame where you had it. Let me go ahead and clean this up a little bit. And I'll drop this in place. Try not to make a mess. Alright. That one's in place. We'll pop this one out. Same thing, just put a little dab each side, doesn't need a ton, just enough to hold it in place once it dries. You're going to drop it into these frame holes. And what you're seeing, you know, the RS and GS is going to be a little bit different than the ST, but not much. The frame is exactly the same. And these panels are exactly the same for all years, 2008. This is a 15 video, so 2015. I am going to go ahead and put the screw back in while I'm thinking about it, because it does hold the front panel. So we'll go ahead and lock that in. And your dealer's going to love you on oil changes, because now they don't have to deal with that panel. It makes it real fast. Or you're going to love yourself if you do your own oil changes. So everything's nice and exposed now. So we can put those back on. And now we're ready to throw this up. So basically you got your two bolts, 3/8 bolts, a 9/16 wrench is what you need. And we're going to bolt this bracket up. Can you get a shot of this, Jacob? So the two bolts that you drop down, as you can see, this is the two bolts that you drop down through the frame. They're sticking out like so. Just go ahead and put your nut on it and get your wrench and crank it up. And like I say, because that tab's welded on there, you don't have to worry about it spinning on you. So it locks right in. Just snug it up good and tight. And because the silicone's on there, next time you go to do oil change or do any changes, you just pop these nuts off, the whole bracket, peg, and everything drops down. You don't even have to put pull your side panels off. So it makes it pretty easy. Alright, that's it for the mount. The mount is mounted. The other side is going to be exactly the same. Just look for those holes, drop your bolt in. I will say that the bolt on the front side, on the radiator side, a little bit hard to get to. My little trick is I take one of those telescopic magnetic deals and I put it on the head and just kind of fish it in the hole and drop it in. It works pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and bolt these up. So this is your adjustable arm. Bolt goes through like so. Washer and lock washer on this. And these all come with the kit. Star washer on there. Yeah, this actually only needs a star washer on it. Actually, this doesn't even need that at all. I just remembered. This has got a locking nut now. So there's a locking nut. This is all one take live, so you get my screw ups and everything. So yeah, this has got a locking nut on it, so you don't even need this. So I'm just going to snug this up. Like it. I should have got my ratchet out for that. But leave it a little bit loose for now. So next, basically all you do, throw your other bolt in there. We have all sorts of different peg options. This is our the Monster Garage gripper peg. Very popular peg. Good looking peg, goes with pretty much everything. We have chevron pegs, we have web pegs. So that's pretty much it. It's mounted, put your parts back on. The only other thing is we have these beauty nuts here. I'll go ahead and throw one on just to show you. And you just throw it on there and then we'll clean it up. Whoop, got to back out the set screw. So throw it on. Make sure the set screw is hitting the flat of the nut when you tighten it up. Tighten it down. Put the same thing over here. Cleans it up, real clean installation. Of course, get it tightened, get on the bike, sit on it, get it where you like it before you put these on, in case you have to loosen it. That's it. That's the Monster Garage. It's the GS RS ST highway bracket. Thanks.